Hello, everyone. This is Aditya. I'm a backend developer in the team, and we have built a smart visitor management app using the state-of-the-art technology. Next. This is our team. We call ourselves the CmdOps. Clover is our team lead, Rashad our tech lead, Amber our design lead, Mackenzie our UX designer / front-end dev. Dhaval and I are both backend developers. Next. Our agenda for today is we'll give you an overview of our project, some insights of UX UI design. We'll also cover both front-end and back-end development, a conclusion, and a Q&A. Next. I will walk you through the overview first. The problem we were trying to solve were paper sign-in sheets that are unreliable, untrackable, and unarchivable, which is an administrative nightmare for the staff and gives an unprofessional appearance to potential clients. Next. A very wise quote by Charles Kettering: if you have always done it that way, it is probably wrong. So we built something that is reliable, trackable, and archivable, which is an administrative breeze for the staff and a professional looking appearance to potential clients. I will hand it over to Dhaval now. He will walk you through our UX UI design of our application. Thank you.
Good afternoon, guys. I'm Dhaval Prajapati. I'm backend developer in this project. Today, I'm going to talk about UX and UI design step of this project. Next, please. First of all, we did research and analysis for competitive product and gathered lots of data. Next, please. So here is the list of the market research we did, such as Insta check-in, the receptionist, sign-in app, proxy click, swipe done. And using QR code on the top right, you can find more information about the topics. And after finish with the product research, we found a competitive analysis result of market in which we defined strengths and weaknesses. So strengths are enough functionality to use, well tested, and there is a weaknesses as well. So weaknesses are visitors have to enter the information every time, process is complicated, visitor information is not well protected, cannot check visitor out by the host. Next, please. Then after we found the opportunity, how we can make our product efficient, easy, and secure. Next, please. During design process, we did a user research and we collected a bunch of the data. We took an individual interview for research. Individual interviews include 9 hosts, 3 front desk, 8 stakeholders, 7 visitors interview. Depend on a research and analysis. Next, please. Depends on research and analysis, we created 2 primary user and 2 secondary user persona. Primary persona include visitors and stakeholders information. Secondary persona includes receptionist and host information. Next, please. Then we also created a scenario which defined how user will fulfill their goal using our product. So first scenario is like attend a job interview at company facility holding an interview. Second scenario is Harold knows the time and date of the meeting, but he lost his digital invitation. Next, please. Third scenario is bring sample of a new product to show the company. And fourth scenario is invite a visitor to attend a meeting at company's facility. From next slide, I'm going to hand over to Amber. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhaval. Hi, I'm Amber, the design lead in this team. We're going to the design and prototype. Next. So based on the task of each scenario, we create an information architecture, which includes both check-in and checkout process. Next, this IA need us to develop navigation pattern of this app. So after we did brainstorming and generated one best solution, we create our paper prototype. Next. Based on this paper prototype, we create the UI wireframe with black and white that finalize the layout of this app. After our client reviewed and agreed with this wireframe, we started our visual design. Next. At the same time, our developers started to code the main function of this app as well. So after we present this interactive mockup to our client and they all like it, our developers has finished the main code of this core function in both front end and back end side. Then we just spend a little time to add the design into the code, so which allows us to do the usability testing with our real app. I'm gonna head over to Aditya.
Thanks, Amber. Next slide. So we did some usability testing with the real app, and the results came out pretty good. We had 3 participants with 4 scenarios and 100% task completion, and we only came across 1 error in total. Next slide. Some of the comments and advices we got were that it's useful for all the companies, but different companies might require different design. And one person also said if they could scan their face to check in and check out, it would be great. Now, Amber will walk you through the design sprint 2 of our project.
Thank you, Aditya. Amber again. So in the design sprint 2, we designed the app logo as a dashboard website for this project. Next. The app name is Hola, which is hello in Spanish, and it's a friendly greeting upon the meeting. So we designed this logo as a smiley face. As the biggest part of this design sprint 2 is the dashboard. Next. This dashboard contains 2 main parts. The first part is the login page. The login page, we designed the login form as a card, which can display well in both mobile platform and the computer. Next, and the second part is the dashboard list, which displays all the visits, and users can see the summary and filter and search the visits, and users can check them out manually in this website as well. So here, I'm not go to the detail of this markup with both app and website. Rashad and Mackenzie will give you the whole demo with the real website and the real app. So I'm gonna head over to Clover now.
Hello guys, this is Clover here. You'll talk a little bit about the development phase of this project, mostly about the backend side. Next, please. This is our high-level architecture diagram, and I'll dive it in more details for the backend side and break down a little bit for a clear understanding. And next, please. These are the core technologies we applied in this project. We developed our API using Python, and our database is PostgreSQL. Our API is hosted on Azure, and we use Django framework as a REST framework. And Twilio to send an SMS, and SendGrid to send emails, and Azure Logic Apps also it's a solution part of our API. So next, please. This is the architecture for the backend side. This main component here called REST Framework API is where all the requests comes in first place. And our API, our endpoints API are here, and it communicates with the database. And when you need to upload photos, there is a Azure component called Azure File Storage. And it also communicates with Twilio to send an SMS to notify our hosts and visitor. And on the very right side here, you can see it is a different flow. It's the same API, but disconnected from the main flow because it happens separately. When there is an invitation from one of our client's employee. The visitor gets an email with a QR code ready to be used to check in the app. And this engine here is the one responsible to parse all these emails that comes into this mailbox and create a QR code and send it to the respective visitor. Next, please. This is a diagram to explain how we approach the development flow. Since the beginning, we used a Git branch workflow, and there is a little bit of continuous integration delivery in this project. And so we don't have to do build manually. Once there is a piece of code ready to be delivered, it's merged into the master branch, and it's automatically built and run into the web application and Jinx as well. So it's fully automated. We don't have any manual step to make our piece of code available for consumption. Next.
Hi everyone, it's Rashad. I'm the tech lead for the group. So I'll be covering in this part of the presentation demos for the front end for both the iPad, and then Mackenzie will talk about the dashboard. So let's start. So for the core technology, we used React Native for the iPad development, for the iPad application development. We used a lot of libraries for printing QR scanners for the camera. And for dashboard, we used React. And also we added a lot of libraries, and we used Bootstrap and React Suite to help us filtering. For the high-level architecture for the front end, it was basically the process is simple. The visitor or the guest arrives, and he uses email or QR code to scan to start his visit, and then which communicates basically to the back end. And then at the end of the process, he prints a badge that he can use during his visit, and he can use to check out as well. We're gonna go through all of this through the demo. There are many scenarios. One of them was that the guest is actually invited, and if he's invited, the back end will parse the email and provide the QR code to the reception, so he can use it to check in, and his basic information already stored on the back end. So I'm gonna do a live demo. So just bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna start a QuickTime Player to share my screen. You guys see the iPad screen? Perfect. So that basically, there's a video that's gonna be running. It's a promotional video for the company, the client is Syntronic. And this promotional video keeps playing. Unfortunately, I cannot show it to you here because if I show it, QuickTime will freeze and will not be able to share the screen. So once the guest arrives, he will have this iPad at the entrance. He will touch the screen, and this is what he's gonna see. If he's invited and he has information, he has been there before, he will be able to get his QR code from his email, whether it's printed out or on his phone or mobile device. And then basically he's gonna be able to scan it. Once it's scanned, if the information has existed before because he visited the company, then this information is going to be pulled from the back end, where he's going to basically confirm anything that is missing. He can choose his host name. If he doesn't have a host, or he's not aware of the host name, he can choose the admin. Then he has a list of the event, the reason for his visit, whether it's a meeting, event, interview, or other. He can go through the terms and conditions. He has to accept. If any of this information is missing, he cannot proceed. Once information is complete, he can go next. And basically, he's going to have a snapshot of his QR code, with his badge, which has also his data, as you can see on the screen. And then he can just take photo. Photo is stored. Then he can choose print. And then the printer is going to be, if you can hear it in the background, you can see the printer printing. Then basically that's it. The check-in process is complete. So now I'm going to go back to the presentation. All right. Now I will pass it to Mackenzie, who will start doing a demo for the dashboard.
Hi everyone, my name is Mackenzie. I'm a front-end developer and a UX UI designer on the team. And so I'm just going to do a quick demo of our dashboard. Just 1 second. Okay, hopefully you can see my screen. So the dashboard's primary function is to be given to the administrator. And so the administrator can go in and check people out if necessary. So in this case, you'd come into our login screen, go ahead and log in. Once you're logged in, they're going to get a list of every visit that's taken place in the company. And so in this case, we have all of these people here. At the top, there's a summary. So their totals, the amount of people that were here for a meeting, event, interview, other, it's their purpose information. If we click the information icon here, you can get more additional information for the visitor. So their contact information, their email, their phone number. You can also use the search bar to find somebody specific. So there we go. Can filter further by adding different things. So let's say we want to see everybody who's been at a meeting. Okay, great. And I want to see everybody who is at a meeting and is still in the building. We can do that as well. You can also filter by date and time. Once you get who you want, you can click them and go ahead and check them out. There we go. And if there's more results, then you can go next to see the other pages. Okay. And then once you're ready, you can log out. And that's our dashboard app. So to finish us off here, in conclusion, our application is fully functioning and it works with QR code or email to check in and check out. We have photo storage through Azure Cloud Storage. We can notify the host by SMS or email that their visitor has arrived, and we can send a QR code invitation using our parser. You can check out on the dashboard, and you can also use the dashboard to consult visitor information like a catalog. And we can print a badge. And yeah, that's it. Thanks. Any questions?